Hello everyone. In this video we are going to talk about the open close principle. So the principle states that software entities like classes, modules, functions should be open for extension but closed for modification. This means that new functionalities can be added to the system through extension, and by extension I mean inheritance, interfaces or composition. But the existing source remains unchanged. So let me take you through the bad example. So suppose we have this class payment service and it has a method which is process payment. It takes a string argument as a payment method, an amount that needs to be deducted from the payment method. Now if the payment method here equals to a credit card, then we'll be writing business logic for taking that particular amount from the credit card. And if the payment method equals the debit card, then there will be business logic for taking the amount from the debit card. And if none of the payment methods are in there, we'll simply throw an illegal argument exception. So this is a bad code. Why? Because suppose in future, if we want to add UPI payment method or Apple Wallet payment method, then you might have to change this particular function itself. And by changing this particular function, you might need to find the unit test cases that are attached with this particular function, and you might have to add more unit test cases with respect to the new payment method also. We might miss something in between and it might lead to some another bug. So in software industry, whatever function that has been thoroughly tested, we do not want to touch it because it has already been thoroughly tested. We do not want to add additional functionality to it. That's why the open close principle says that the software entities should be open for extension but closed for modification. Now we'll see how we can convert this particular code to a good code. So in good code example, what we did is we created a interface, that is iPayment method, which has an abstract function which is pay, which takes the argument as an amount, and whatever payment method we choose, it is going to deduct that particular amount from that particular payment method. So this iPayment method has a pay method, which is an abstract method, which needs to be implemented by the class that are extending it or implementing it. For example, this credit card is a payment method. So it's a is a relationship, inheritance type. Similarly, the debit card is a payment method and they both need to provide body to this particular function. Now coming to, okay, so let's see the code, what we did. So we created a interface where we have simply void pay method, which takes the argument of amount, and this needs to be implemented by whatever payment method that is there. Let's say we have credit card or debit card. So credit card now implements the iPayment method and it just provides the body for pay method. So now we can write the business logic here for credit card, and for debit card also similar thing, the business logic for taking the amount from debit card. Now once this code is on production, obviously all these methods will be thoroughly tested. Now in this case, we want to add a particular method of payment. Oh, before that, let's talk about the payment service. Now if we see the payment service, what does it have? So the payment service now have a payment method and an amount as an argument. It just calls the payment method dot pay function and gives the amount. Now irrespective of whatever the payment method, it is going to have pay method as a body there. Now suppose if we want to add now a new payment method, let's create a payment method now. Let's say we want to add UPI payment method. Now what we need to do is just going to implement the iPayment method. Now we need to just provide body to the pay method. Now you see, with the new UPI method that came into the picture, did we have to change anything? Did we have to change the credit card method? No. Did we have to change the debit card method? No. Did we have to change the process payment method? No. So nothing got changed. A new payment method has already been implemented now. and the unit test cases will be written for this particular method only. You do not have to touch anything what that's already written. Let's see it through the class diagram also. Now here you see that I have the interface iPayment method. It already had credit card and debit card. Two more payment method we have added. One is UPI and one is Apple Wallet. The existing code doesn't have to change at all. Only the new functionality that has been added will require new code, but the existing code doesn't have to change. Now you can see how it conforms to the open close principle definition. That is open for extension but close for modification. So whatever that is existing we are not modifying, but it is still open for extension. Now let's talk about the benefit. Improved maintainability because the existing code doesn't require alteration when adding a new feature. Why it has an increased scalability? Because the new feature integrates smoothly without rewriting existing modules. So here we are separating the extension into modular and independent components. So it has enhanced testability and reusability as well. Yeah, so this is it for the open close principle. I'll see you in the next video. Please do like, share and comment. Thank you.